Good evening and welcome to the Mantis Garden. And this is my new series where I interview people within the community so you get to know all their dirty secrets. And this week we're going to kick it off with Nat from Somerset Spiders. Take it away, Nat.
Just as good as you, you know.
Yeah, I know. Look,
I'm part of Somerset Spiders as well.
I know.
I want to be in it, you know.
Yeah, but you can't be in everything.
But I want to.
Yeah.
Look, it's like, why do you get to do everything?
Look, come on, mate.
Without me, there'll be no Somerset Spiders.
I know you carry me. Yeah, absolutely. But Simon has to speak to me instead of you.
Well, I'd give him better answers than you any day.
Well, that might be right. You might give him some better answers than me, but he's asked to speak to me, and it's the Mantis Garden, right?
Well, that's his mistake.
You just behave.
I'm not happy about it.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah, all right. I'll go and do some research for your next video.
Oh, come on, mate.
I know when I'm not wanted.
You'll be here soon.
Talk about rubbing it in.
Oh, hi, Simon. How you doing?
Not bad, thanks for asking.
Yeah, that's really, really good to hear. Thanks for having me on your interview. It's new for me.
No, thank you for being my first victim. Shall we get on with it?
Right, yeah. I'm happy to crack on with the questions. Fire away.
So, Nat, what first made you get into spiders as a hobby?
That's a really good question. When I was younger, I really wanted a pet tarantula, though my parents, they weren't really into that kind of thing. The reason why I got into spiders is I don't want to do like the sob story and all of that kind of thing, but I was just experiencing a bit of low mood. I'd recently got a hognose snake, Betty, and after having her for a little bit of time, I felt that I could have more animals, and where I live, we're not supposed to have pets. Like, one of the main reasons why you're not allowed to have pets is the damage that they would do to the flat. However, that doesn't really happen with Ferrethose or reptiles, sometimes with reptiles. But anyway, I'm going off track. So the reason why it was that I needed something to focus on. My life had become quite stressful, so I was just working and studying, and I needed something to focus my energy on. That's really it. I think it was one night about 2 years ago is when I ordered my first tarantula, and it was a Nandu chromatus. Unfortunately, that Nandu has passed away, and I believe that it had a bad molt and maybe it had ruptured its abdomen. It was quite sad, actually, so I am on the lookout for another Nandu. That's effectively it. That's how I got into them. And one turned into two turned into three, and then you get that feeling of, actually, I've got this. I have an understanding what I'm doing research, everything like that. So that's really helped me develop my keeping skills, and I'm always learning. So yeah, so that's how I got into it, really.
That's very interesting stuff now. Now, how many have you actually got?
Ooh, how many tarantulas do I have now? So yeah, I've got about 53, 54. I am thinking of getting a couple more, though those are for a special project. So I don't want to give too much away, but I've got some exciting stuff planned for the future of Somerset Spiders. So watch this space, and I'll tell you about it first, obviously.
Obviously, apart from myself, who are your favourite YouTubers and who influenced you the most via YouTube?
Well, you know, you are a very good YouTuber, but yeah, apart from you, Simon, the people that I watch who are really influential to me in no particular order other than yourself, Petco from the Dark Den, his videos are they have an entertaining aspect to them, and it feels like you're there with him, which I think is brilliant. The Tarantula Collective, I really like Richard from the Tarantula Collective. He's a really informative guy. His work is cinematic, it's really enjoyable to watch, and I've really liked it recently where he's been branching out and doing some other things that are away from tarantulas in total. He's got some brilliant water beetles that I've seen recently on his channel. I'm looking forward to some more content around that. And my go-to guy for information is Tom Moran from Tom's Big Spiders. It's there, it's simple, it's direct, there's no faffy trickery or shots, it's really authentic. And also the thing that he says that really resonates with me is that this is all his experience. That doesn't mean that it's going to work for another person. So we need to think about like climates and different substrates and all that kind of thing. But he has like a gentle overview. So that's the three most influential YouTubers for me at the moment. I do watch the others in the general sphere, but those three are the three that really get me thinking and interested, and it's a joy to watch.
Obviously, you called Somerset Spiders, so we know you're into spiders. But are there any inverts that you've got that we don't actually know about?
Do I have any inverts you don't know about? I have a praying mantis, which I thought I'd never get. Kruger. He's an Asian green mantis, so yeah, that's really interesting. Never thought I'd have one, but I've become infatuated with him. I have a few millipedes, so I've got olive species 8, which I really enjoy. I want to get a couple more because they are lovely, beautiful creatures. But no other inverts than that. Oh, I do have some true spiders. Davapentus workmani. It's a D workmani. So that's an orange leg trapdoor spider, which isn't actually a trapdoor spider. It's actually a funnel web spider. But that'd be a question. That'd be like a conversation on another time. I think sometimes things just get described effectively. I think things just get misdescribed sometimes. So yeah, lovely true spider. I might get some more. I'm not too sure.
As we've all seen you from the previous streams, that you pop in the odd thing there, giving away and giving the impression that you do a bit of art now and again. So what is it with your arty side? You going to tell us a little more? Maybe expand on that?
So yeah, the art side of stuff. I really enjoy art. So back many moons ago, I studied at art college, studied a little bit down in Cornwall, studied some fine art, which then went on to doing a foundation in art psychotherapy. And for a bit of time before the pandemic, I had a business. It's still kind of there, but just not that active, called The Printed Life. So I generally use lino printing as a medium, and I really enjoy it. It really feeds the soul. Lately, I've been doing some more digital work on Photoshop. I've been helping some people out with making some nice bright logos and different things like that. When thinking about whether I'll do it for people in the future, I think art is subjective for one, whether people like it or not. But I think art, you're always doing it for people, even if it's just for yourself, and then you share it with someone and they're like, hey, that's cool. I really like that. It sort of does what it's supposed to do. I think is the only, like, as long as one person likes what you've made, it's done its job. So yeah, I am going to continue doing art. There is going to be some influence around the creatures that I keep in the future coming up. I've got a couple of things planned. So I need to think about how I can incorporate the hobby of keeping tarantulas and other inverts into lino printing. It's quite a laborious task of doing several different cuts away and things, but I've got some plans. So if people want to check me out, you can find me on Instagram under The Printed Life.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I'm sure we'll put all the links down below in the description. Now, if you could have any animal, or at least any invert, what would it be?
What other inverts would I like to keep? That is a really good question. I'm really liking the domino roaches at the moment. I think they would be really nice to keep. There's also a little bit of me which is really interested in the world of beetles. I would really like to have some form of paludarium set up, maybe like a rainforest style paludarium, and see if I can make a little mini habitat and keep it alive. There could be beetles in there and maybe some dart frogs in the future, but that's something I'm going to have to really think about, how it would be done, how I can maintain it. But yeah, I really like the idea of the beetles and them going through the grub stage and pupating, going into their own cocoon, and then coming out some of these beautiful colours. So yeah, I'll probably think about beetles in the future. I haven't set my mind on anything at the moment because I just need to research it. But yeah, that's definitely something I'll be thinking about.
And of course, the ultimate burning question on everybody's lips. Do you really drive a tractor to work?
So the age-old question, do I drive a tractor? No. In fairness, at the moment, no, I don't. And my car died just before Christmas, so I've been trying to work really hard to get money saved up to buy a new car, which isn't, bills and things keep coming up. But hopefully I'll get a new car. So I'm going to be buying a car and not a tractor. But yeah, thanks for the questions. Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, and thanks for having him. You did really well, mate. Well done. Look, I'll buy you an ice cream. Yeah, 99er. Yeah. All right. Well, Simon, got a dash, so I shall see you in a bit. Take it easy. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you very much, Nat, for joining me on this little interview session. And of course, I will be putting all Nat's information in the description below, which will include his arty Instagram and of course his YouTube channel. Please remember, if you are part of this wonderful book community, I may just have to hunt you down and fire some questions in your direction. So please, check your emails and make sure I'm not chasing you. See you next time. I think I went all pretty well, don't you?
Uh-huh.